What if the SUV sitting in your neighbor's driveway right now cost less than your last set of tires, and it's actually better equipped than the crossover you're eyeing at the dealership this weekend? Somewhere in this list is a feature so absurd for the price that even I had to double-check the window sticker twice. 6 SUVs under 25 grand are quietly making legacy automakers look foolish, and almost nobody's talking about it. Not because these vehicles are lacking, but because everyone assumes cheap means stripped down. That assumption is wrong, and it's costing shoppers real money every month. Stick around, because number 1 on this list is the reason I'm rethinking what budget SUV even means anymore. Let's start with the Haval Jolion. On paper, it looks like another forgettable crossover fighting for scraps. In person, it's one of the sharpest value plays on the road today. You get a turbocharged engine, a 10.25-inch touchscreen, adaptive cruise control, and driver assistance tech that plenty of rivals still charge extra for. Here's the thing most shoppers don't expect. Owners running detailed maintenance logs report fewer unscheduled repairs than they braced for, and the safety suite catches near misses in everyday traffic before they become real problems. That's the difference between a clean commute and an insurance claim. Resale is holding up too, which almost nobody talks about with budget SUVs. Buyers assume value tanks the moment it leaves the lot. The Jolion is proving that wrong in market after market. Now this is where it gets interesting. The Omoda 5 walks in, looking like it belongs on something twice the price. Inside, there's a dual-screen digital dashboard, real driver assistance tech, and cabin materials that punch way above their weight class. The turbocharged 4-cylinder gives you that punchy acceleration that makes merging onto the highway actually satisfying instead of nerve-wracking. One owner put close to 40,000 kilometers on theirs in under 2 years routine maintenance only, no major repairs, and a trade-in value that surprised the dealer doing the appraisal. That's not luck. That's a company building for the long haul instead of just hitting a launch price and moving on. But here's the catch with the next one. It genuinely doesn't add up until you drive it. The Chery Tiggo 7 Pro rolls in with a panoramic sunroof, leather-style seats, a big touchscreen, and safety tech that feels like it should cost thousands more. Reliability data out of markets where it's been sold longest shows fewer warranty claims than several established rivals sitting well above its price. And here's a detail nobody puts in a brochure. Insurance quotes on the Tiggo 7 Pro have come in lower than comparable rivals because of strong safety ratings and cheaper replacement parts. That's money you never see on the sticker, but it shows up every single month you own the thing. Would you actually cross-shop something like this against a Mazda CX-5 or a Toyota Corolla Cross? Drop your answer in the comments, because I genuinely want to know if brand loyalty is worth the premium anymore. Now let's talk electric, because this next one gets skipped by shoppers who assume anything electric under 25,000 has to be a compromise. The GAC Aion V flips that idea on its head. Real-world range that covers your daily commute without range anxiety. A spacious tech-forward cabin, and fast charging capability paired with a battery warranty that rivals brands charging way more. Independent testing has shown the Aion V beating its own range estimates in real conditions, the opposite of what you'd expect from a budget EV. One owner tracked their charging costs for a full year, and found their total energy spend came in dramatically lower than what they used to pay, filling up a comparable gas SUV. We're talking savings that cover a month of groceries every single year. That's not a small win. That's a direct shot at premium EVs charging double for a similar daily experience. Here's what nobody's talking about: automakers usually cut corners hardest on budget EVs because the battery is the single biggest cost in the whole vehicle. GAC went the other way, absorbing more of that cost instead of handing buyers a smaller battery or a stripped feature list. Number 2 brings us to the BYD Yuan Up, and this is where things get uncomfortable for legacy brands. It's a fully electric SUV running BYD's Blade battery tech, engineered specifically to lower fire risk, wrapped in an interior that feels like it belongs in something priced way above its sticker. BYD backs it with long-term coverage on the battery and drivetrain that outlasts what most established brands offer, which kills the biggest fear people have about going electric on a budget. A 5-figure battery bill showing up uninvited. And now, the one I promised you at the start, the BYD Atto 3. this is the SUV that made me rethink the entire segment. It undercuts nearly every direct rival by thousands, while packing more standard equipment than anything else on this list, including a rotating touchscreen and a genuinely roomy cabin for its footprint. Here's the part that stopped me cold. BYD owns its own battery production instead of outsourcing it, which means real savings get passed straight to you instead of getting swallowed by shareholders. Owners running it as a daily driver report smooth ride quality, strong efficiency, and noticeably fewer trips to the shop than their old gas-powered SUV. 6 different manufacturers, 6 completely different platforms, all landing on the exact same conclusion independently. Affordable doesn't mean outdated anymore. So, which one surprised you the most? Are you cross-shopping any of these against something twice the price right now? Tell me in the comments, because the more real owners share their numbers, the more useful this list becomes for the next person about to overspend on a badge instead of a better vehicle. If you want to stay ahead of where the car world is shifting, join the family here at Crown Cylinders. Thanks for watching.